Hi crafting friends, welcome to my podcast. My name is Barbara Radzevicius and I'm Bondi Crafter. In this episode we will look at, I finished my Lucca scarf. It is so beautiful. A lot to talk about with that. I have a couple of acquisitions. John has made me some very neat stitch markers. But first I think we'll talk about my Lucca. This is by Julie Hoover. It is a beautiful shawl. I made mine from Knitting for Olive pure silk in the colour ice blue. It is lovely. I blocked it yesterday. Dried overnight. It is just lovely. This is how much I've got left out of two balls of the pure silk. So it's very economical too to knit. I made some modifications. I left out one repeat of the graph C and D, so about that much of the length, and I think it's a lovely length either way, but the fabric that it makes, this pure silk, is just beautiful, and Julie's pattern is just beautiful. For me, I usually find graphs really tricky, and I read them from left to right instead of right to left, but with this, I probably have a reverse image shawl, but you know, it doesn't matter, and I'm going to gift it to my sister. It's just lovely. I have a couple of tips on making this. I enlarged the graphs and coloured the stitches, the cast offs going one way, two together, and the slip knit the other way in red, and that made it so much easier. And then I just wrote also the main points at the bottom, so I didn't have to keep referring to the to how to do it. Also, my slip knits are not the same as everybody else's, I'm sure of it, because I slip one stitch to the right hand needle from where I'm knitting, and then I knit into the back of those two stitches as a cast off, and it makes the stitches lean in the right ways, I think. So overall, very happy. Yeah, beautiful pattern. I love it. I think it's beautiful. I think it's soft and feminine and everything you want in a silk scarf. Let's see if there's any other modifications I made. To start with, there was a couple of going to the frog pond, but only a few rows back until I could see in the design where I was up to, and it was very easy just to catch up and re-knit the couple of rows that I'd, I don't know, missed a yarn over or something, but very easy to catch up with. Oh, very happy with that. These are stitch markers John made me. Must be about a year ago now. I bought a whole lot of little sheep because I like beads too, and I made earrings out of them, but he made me some stitch markers. Are they the cutest thing you've ever seen? And he put them in hexagons for me. I love hexagons. I think hexagons are my favourite shape. And acquisitions. I bought 2 of these beautiful skeins. They're just lovely. They came this week, and it's from Ochre Yarn. They were not the cheapest of skeins to buy, $32 Australian, which is pretty reasonable. It's probably about $15 or $16 US. It's 4-ply fingering, beautiful, 60% merino, 35% yak, 5% silk. So it is a luxe skeins. I think I'll probably treat it the same as the silk when I block it. These are Australian produced, and I love them. I think the colour suits me. Thoughts? I love this colour anyway. I think it is beautiful. And also they sent, which is really nifty, they sent cards, samples of all the colours that they make. That's lovely too. So especially when you're ordering with ordering online, you know, you can have a look and you can feel it and you can see the colours. I might order some more, I'm not sure. I think I'll see how I go with these ones. I haven't got a project lined up for it yet, and that may be enough to do a project. How many meters is in it? 400 meters, so that's quite good value really when you come to think of it. I also have some works in progress. I have 2 works in progress actually, and they're both mohair. So I finished the, this is a Ghost Whisperer sweater. I still have to do the sleeves. I've done an I-cord bind off around the neck, which I really like. I think it finishes it off neatly and holds it all together. So I was wondering if I should do a vest, you know, just leave it as is, but I've decided I'm going to put 3/4 sleeves on. I have enough of the mohair left. I'm just doing single strand mohair. This is from Black Elephant, and it is, what's it called? It's called Blackout Surrey Cloud. Beautiful. And when I do a project, I keep the ball band until I finish the project with a sample of the yarn in it and just file that away. I've also done it with my Lucca, just a sample of the colour that I used. Yeah, so this is coming along really nicely. I don't like crops, so it comes, I think it's about 33 inches. Not 33 inches, 33 centimetres. Same for the top. It is as light as a feather, and it will go nicely in summer, you know, over a t-shirt, just to jazz it up. And this is my other, I've been wanting to use my mohair up. I made a shawl of this mohair, which is a beautiful colour. And I had some left over from other projects, and I just made a shawl out of that too. So it's the same length as the Lucca, but no pattern in it because I think the pattern is in the yarn. That is beautiful. This is Manister, Uruguay, I think. I bought it at Morrison Sons in Sydney. I think I bought 2 skeins, and this is what I had left over, and I wanted to use every bit of it because it was just beautiful, and I don't want it to be left, I don't want little bits of it left over. So that's that for now. In this episode I've been to the beach, literally. Had a look at the surf. It's beautiful. It's midwinter here. in Sydney, Australia. Lovely. I'll have that at the end of the podcast. And yeah, it's lovely weather here. Beautiful. I love winter. I love no humidity, friends. Humidity is a killer. So let's get on with it. I've taken Lucca off the blocking mats and have hung it in my hallway on a couple of coat hangers, and it will dry thoroughly overnight here. It's a warm spot here, so they're practically dry and they blocked out really nicely. This is the first time I've actually blocked something that has worked. So the pattern has come up really nicely. I love it. I think it's beautiful, especially made out of silk. Going to give it to my sister for her birthday. My new project is a slouchy hat. It's a Haxan slouchy hat in Fair Isle. It's a free pattern. It is beautiful. It calls for 6 different colors, but I'm using 5. So beautiful white, a grey, a lovely green, and 2 types of sock yarn in purples and light bluey colours. I think that will be lovely. And it's winter and I just wanted to start and make one of these slouchy hats. I just love them. I love doing colour work. It's so relaxing. I've already started. I love doing 2 or 3 colours at a time, at a row, and it just turns out so beautiful. So I am just, I don't want to put it down. You know how it is with some projects. You just want to go and go and go. So I was going till, must have been about 10:30 last night, and I only got the pattern at like 9:30, but I was thinking about it for a fair while before that, so a day. I just really, really, really wanted to knit something in colour work. And sticky wool is the best. It's 4-ply, beautiful wool. And yeah, So the ribbing, I will do so many rows, and then I will get on to the actual patterns, which looks lovely. Sometimes I change the patterns a little, but you know, I think it's the colours that drew me to this one. The beautiful purples and lilacs and the green, and I have got a cone of the white, and I have been wanting to use the white for a fair while, so this is a perfect time to start. The needles I'm using are very small circulars. I think they're 40 centimeters. I've got a 2.5 and a 3, but I'm thinking I'm using a 3.25 because I couldn't find the 3. That's this one. So yeah, very much looking forward to this journey. I'm doing 2 colours with this stranded colour work, and this is how I balance the 2 different colours, although they are very similar. I have a white and a grey, and I'm doing the ribbing in 1 by 1, and this is how I just hold the different colours. So I'm only doing 2 different colours basically on each row, and it's so easy just to change colours. But I know some people have one colour in one hand and one in the other, and I haven't mastered that one, and this one works perfectly well for me. I just think it's so neat, and the ribbing always is flat, and this sticky wool is perfect for colour work, so that is excellent. I got the white from Iona in Scotland, and the grey, I'm thinking I got it from a British wool cone. But yeah, working with 2 colours is one of my favourite ways of knitting. So I've just started. It's a very nice hat. I finished my Slouchy hat. I'm really pleased with it. It's a Haxan Slouchy Fair Isle hat. It's beautiful. I didn't stick entirely to the pattern. The pattern is a free pattern. That is what it looks like. And I used the pattern as a recipe, basic. So I cast on 150 stitches and did 3 coloured ribbing, which I think is beautiful. I still have to block it and wash it, but I'm thinking I'll just wear it. So the bottom colour work is how it is on the pattern. And then I got a bit carried away, made some kisses, some hearts, and some dots. The wool is a British wool cone that I bought a long time ago. It's sticky wool, and then the colour it's a sock yarn that I bought. I love it. I think it's just beautiful. And this purple sock yarn also. And that's the hat. I'm really pleased with it. I catch all the floats as I go, and I also weave in the ends mostly as I go. That's the inside. So when I wash it and block it, the wool will fill out the gaps. It will bloom and it'll look more beautiful if that's possible. I used a circular needle, 3.25, and I did the whole hat on that circular needle. I think the colours are beautiful. I love doing stranded colour work. It's just like, and the graphs are really easy to follow. I think very easy to read. I'll show you some of the graphs that I found in my Shetland project, Vintage Shetland project by Susan Crawford. It wasn't the Susan Crawford book, which is beautiful. It was Alice Darmore's book of Fair Isle Knitting, and in it she has these beautiful graphs that you can just make up as you go along. And there's the hearts. But this is a lovely book and very useful. It has so many graphs for different things that you want to do. It's got borders. It's got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 line graphs, and it also has these. Aren't they beautiful? And the detail is just lovely. So yeah, that is my Alice Darmore book. I love these reference books, so useful, and especially when you go off and do your own thing with colours. So today I'm in the city, Sydney, in York Street at Morrison Sons, and I'm looking for wool. It's a very old building. It's beautiful. Go.
2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34.
34 flowers. Isn't that amazing? There's also one on my little Phalaenopsis. But is this amazing or what? It's just full of flowers. That's it for this week, friends. Thanks for joining me in my lounge room, my crafting area room. Hope to see you next week. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already. And look forward to seeing you. Bye, friends.